We're going to get started. Try and stay on time a little bit if we can this meeting. I want to welcome you to our fifth robotics symposium here. We're going to have some people straggling in as the day wears on, but I really appreciate you coming in. As you know, our focus today and tomorrow is going to be some live surgery. We're going to do two cases today. Our original agenda has changed a bit. And that's actually due to the availability of the DaVinci Xi, because we wanted to use the DaVinci Xi for this conference. So we're going to do our Xi case tomorrow because it's available tomorrow, and we're going to do the Si cases today. And so we're going to do we're going to start with retroperitoneal partial nephrectomy on the DaVinci Si, and then we're going to do a prostatectomy with extended lymph node dissection, and then tomorrow we're going to do a nephroureterectomy using the DaVinci Xi to kind of show how it really facilitates covering multiple areas in the abdomen. So I think that's a real advantage of the DaVinci Xi. And of course, in between the live surgeries, we're going to have didactic lectures from our world-class faculty, which I'm going to introduce here soon. So in 2009, we built a robotic suite dedicated just to robotic surgery. This is an integrated suite with removing the concept of a vision cart and replacing it with what's called a vision boom. And so all the components are not on a cart, they're on a boom, and what that means is all the cords and wires that normally are traveling on the floor, like this picture, this is what it used to look like, this probably looks like your operating room, and here's what it looked like. We would just hang things off the console, it was crazy, but with the vision boom, it allows all the components to be on a cart that then the wires go into the ceiling. There's no wires on the floor, so it really facilitates not only changing positions and changing the ergonomics of the room, but it allows it to be safer for our OR staff. So that's a big advantage. It has multiple capabilities, including the ability to stream live video. So we're going to be doing our live surgeries in this room and streaming those here to SSF. So we're doing this remotely, not at this campus, but at the main campus at Swedish. In 2014, in June, we got the DaVinci Xi, and so we've been using the Xi more and more for robotic procedures. We like the capability it provides with regard to covering larger areas in the abdomen, but also it allows you to get trocars in a tighter space. So one of the things we've been looking at is using the DaVinci Xi in the retroperitoneal approach instead of it being a 3-arm approach, which I'm going to show you how to make that a 4-arm approach. I want to thank the course faculty who have traveled here to Seattle in the corner of the country. We have some repeat faculty here. People have done a great job. Craig Rogers and Sam Bayani in particular have been here before at our course and do an amazing job. I want to welcome Ashel Kamal from Wake Forest who's here today to help us understand simple prostatectomy as well as nephroureterectomy, and we're going to learn a lot from his approach. Mike Stifelman is also going to be here. He's going to be coming later this morning. And then Jonathan Wright from the University of Washington is going to be here to talk about his experience with robotic cystectomy. So that'll be interesting to see how things are progressing in regard to bladder cancer. So our goals for the course are basically differentiating experience from education. So experience is learning from your own mistakes, but education is learning from the mistakes of others. And that's what we really want you to do. We want to shorten your learning curve by learning from what we've experienced and not have to make those same mistakes. So we want this course to ultimately benefit your patients. That's what this is about. This is about doing things to decrease your patients' hospital stay, their blood loss, and give them better outcomes. So that's the whole idea. So it's important to ask questions, and we want this to be interactive. Our faculty is excellent with regard to their experience and their ability to answer questions. They've heard it all at least 3 or 4 times. We're also, as you heard, going to be streaming this conference live on the internet with the assistance of GlobalCast MD. This is actually a first time we've done this, and so we have about 100 to 120, I'm not sure what the number is, people online across the world that are actually watching this in real time live. So we're going to be getting questions from the folks watching this live on the internet as well. So this is, I think, an exciting way to expand the reach of the course. So there's many people to thank. First and foremost, I want to thank Intuitive Surgical. They have done the lion's share of the support for this course as they have in the past, and we really want to thank them. Without their support, there's no course here, as there's probably no course anywhere. So thank you very much, Intuitive. SurgiQuest, makers of AirSeal, the insufflator we're going to be using today, has also been extremely supportive of our course. They're also the sponsors of the GlobalCast MD, and we want to thank them for their continued support and an amazing product, I have to say. Teleflex has also given us an educational grant for this course, so above and beyond the normal exhibitor support, these are the makers of the Hemolock clip, which you're going to see several of those today and tomorrow, so we really appreciate their support. BK Analogic, BK Ultrasound, we're going to be using their ultrasound as well. Covidien Medtronic, we use a lot of the Covidien products for the retroperitoneal approach, and so we're going to be showing you the balloon dilator and the Hassan trocar, which are very important for gaining good access retroperitoneally. Genomic DX with their molecular diagnostic study test, as well as Genomic Health, again with their molecular diagnostic test. Hitachi Oloka with their ultrasound probe, which is a very, very nice probe. We like it as well. We're going to be using a product from MiMedx. It's called AmnioFix for the prostatectomy. This is a amniotic membrane that we actually place on the neurovascular bundle. There are growth factors and things in this amniotic membrane which appear, at least in our experience and the experience of others, to possibly improve the early return of erectile function. Mimic Technologies, maker of the robotic simulator, are here today, and I would encourage you to go on the DV trainer. They have a trainer on in the exhibit area, and this would be a great way for you to learn more about that. We have also, you may have got an email about a technology or an online software called CSATs, which is a proficiency evaluation online using something called crowdsourcing. So with Mimic and CSATs, we've had a few surgeons here submit videos. We're going to take those videos and have those analyzed by the crowd, and that's actually already been done. And then we're going to put you on the simulator and then have you do another video and see how that changes your technical skills. So we think CSATs is an exciting way to evaluate technical proficiency. Scanlon, the maker of the Bulldog clamps, we want to thank them as well for their product and being here. Stryker Endoscopy, which is the video vendor that we use, and actually they were instrumental in making our robotic suite. And then I want to thank the Swedish Foundation. So we have a foundation that supports this course. I want to thank their support for allowing us to do this course. The Seattle Science Foundation is where we are right now. We want to thank them. And then there is a lot of people at Swedish that really have allowed the robotics program to grow in a way that obviously it's not a one-person show. So there's people with vision, our administration, of course the technology, the robot, and then people make it happen. And so I want to thank my robotics team. Here's just a few of the people that really make this happen. I also want to thank my bedside assistant, Brandon Liu. He's a nurse practitioner. This is Brandon in China. We were there last year, and Brandon's been with me for many years now and does an amazing job at the bedside. And without him, it's very difficult or impossible to do what we do. And then, of course, I want to thank my surgery right hand, Jen Rouse. She's my coordinator, my go-to person for everything. So I want to thank her for all her support in the years. And, of course, Debbie Johnson. She's been our coordinator for the conference. I want to thank her, again, for all her work and the logistical support of the course. So she's been extremely, and this is our fifth course together, so I really want to thank her for all her work. So with that, I want to welcome you to Seattle. And thank you for coming and braving the rain. And we are going to move to our first lecture. I'm going to do the first lecture. I've changed the order a little bit because I need to go over and start the case. And then after I give a lecture, I'm going to invite Sam Bayani up to come and talk about his approach for robotic partial nephrectomy.